In this video, I'll guide you through how to split a layer in Adobe After Effects so you can cut a clip precisely where you need and work with each piece separately. This is a simple but powerful skill that really helps when you're editing motion graphics, visual effects, or any kind of video composition. First, make sure you have your composition open and your footage or graphic elements already added to the timeline. You'll be working mainly in the timeline panel for this process. Take a moment to identify which layer you actually want to cut. If you have several layers stacked on top of each other, it can help to zoom in vertically on the timeline or collapse any layers you're not using so things are easier to see. Now select the video layer you want to split. To do this, simply click once on that layer in the timeline panel. You'll know it's selected when it's highlighted. This step is important because if you don't select a layer first, the shortcut you're about to use won't know which layer to cut. If you accidentally click the wrong one, just click the correct layer before moving on. Next, you need to move the playhead to the exact frame where you want the cut to happen. In After Effects, this playhead is called the current time indicator, or CTI. You'll see it as a vertical line in the timeline with a small handle at the top. Click and drag that handle left or right along the timeline until it sits on the precise frame where you want to split the layer. You can use the timecode display or the frame numbers at the top of the timeline to help you be more accurate. If you need frame-by-frame control, you can also use the page up and page down keys or the arrow keys to nudge the CTI to the exact frame. Once the CTI is in the right spot and your layer is still selected, you're ready to split the layer. On Windows, press Ctrl plus Shift plus D. On a Mac, press Command plus Shift plus D. Make sure you press all three keys at the same time while that layer is selected. As soon as you do this, After Effects will cut the layer into two separate layers at the exact position of the playhead. You'll now see that what used to be one continuous layer is split into two layers, stacked one after the other in the timeline. The first layer ends exactly at the playhead position, and the second layer starts at that same frame. Visually, you'll notice a cut in the bar representing the layer's duration. From this point on, you can treat each segment as its own independent layer. That means you can trim either piece by dragging the ends of the layer bars, move one segment to a different time in the timeline, or even drag one of them to a different track above or below if you need to reorder your layers. You can also delete one of the segments entirely if you want to remove part of the clip without affecting the rest. Because each new layer is separate, you can apply different effects or animations to each segment. For example, you might add a color correction or blur to only the second part of the clip, or animate the opacity of just the first part. Splitting layers like this gives you very fine control over your edits without having to import multiple copies of the same footage. That's all there is to it. Select the layer, move the playhead to the right frame, use the shortcut to split, and then customize each piece as needed. With a bit of practice, this will become a natural part of your After Effects workflow.